Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today is definitely fucking one of those days. I went over to the narcs house today. It used to be my house. And got some of my stuff. Needless to say, it's a bad day. I guess in a weird sort of way, there was like some stupid little bit of hope or something that was still in the back of my head that I just basically suppressed, I guess. But when I went there today to pack some stuff up, and the only one that was home was my oldest daughter. The other two were still in school. And she had used like all my tools. We had a nice wooden dining table and chairs. It was a very expensive table and chairs. She cut the legs. I told her I wanted the table and chairs because she never liked it. It was really tall, and she just always thought like it was just too tall, I guess, or whatever. Hence, she cutting the legs. So she basically ruined. I think the table with the 4 chairs, I think was like $1,500. Nice table. It had like bar style chairs, you know, really tall or whatever. She cut the bottom of the legs off of that, but didn't cut the table. So I guess you're gonna eat, you know, with your arms like a fucking ape hanger on a Harley or something. I have no idea. But she used my fucking saw to cut the legs. I have because I have all my tools, you know. I haven't like gotten a U-Haul or whatever to get it yet, because I'm still kind of getting situated at the house. It's kind of a weird situation at the house. Like I'm still kind of figuring out like how comfortable I can get, if that makes sense. Like, you know, where I put my stuff. Like, you know, I have my room or whatever, but you know, I'm not gonna put my tools in my room. The garage is rented out to somebody else, not living in it, but they're using it. I won't go into details about that. I'll just say we're in Southern California. I'll leave it at that. I don't personally partake in that, but none of my business. Anyway, so there's like a carport or whatever, but there's a huge boat in the carport. So I don't know. I don't know where I'm gonna put my tools. You know what I mean? Because they can't just be outside. Although there's a German Shepherd and 2 pit bulls there, so I don't really see it being an issue of somebody trying to steal it. And I know my roommates wouldn't, but anyway, I just don't feel comfortable with the weather or what have you. Besides the point. She went through all of my stuff. Like, I had a box. So I had a workbench in the garage, and I cut part of the workbench off, and I built a storage thing with like a lock on it, the whole 9, right? And I put, you know, relatively chintzy locks on it at first, because I was like, you know, fucking trying to keep, you know, an honest person out, not thinking that she's, you know, about as dishonest as they come, at the time anyway. And she basically broke the locks one time and pretended like she didn't. So I ended up putting a chain lock on it. You know, I drilled some holes through it and put a chain through it and master locked it. she still managed to get in there. My stuff, like, I know what my stuff looked like in there, you know. And the thought of that I had to lock. So I had to lock everything up. Like in our bathroom, I had, like, you know, we each had our side, right? I put a fucking lock on my door where my fucking all my hygiene gear was, because I didn't trust her, like, with my toothbrush, and, like, you know, fucking who knows what she could have done. You know, she could fucking dip that shit in cyanide for all I know. I didn't trust her. You know, I did not trust her. So I had to do that. Like, she actually threatened to kill me a few times. Poison me, actually. She said, well, I wouldn't be, her words were exactly were, I wouldn't be surprised if you died of, like, poisoning or something. You wouldn't be surprised. I mean, how is that not telling somebody you're going to kill them, right? Anyways, I'm getting way, way off of the topic here. But just going there today, and, you know, it's so ridiculous, because she's trying that, like blasé, I don't fucking care, like, you know, my life is great and everything. And, you know, my oldest, who's 18, like, her and the narc do not get along at all. And she's like, yeah, she's a fucking wreck, you know, because she's not getting her fucking supply. So she's getting supply, like, wherever she can get it, you know. Which I feel sorry for my kids, because I guarantee you she's fucking sucking everything she can out of them. My oldest daughter, fucking poor kid, man, she fucking, that woman, the shit that she has said to my oldest daughter, like, oh my God, I won't post on the internet how I feel about that. Anyway, but going there and, like, packing my shit up or whatever, like, it was a very sobering fucking experience, you know what I mean? It sucked, and it was, it didn't make me miss her, and I'll get to why yeah, okay. I'll give you a little spoiler alert. We had it out pretty good. But I was just packing my stuff, and I was realizing she was going through it, and I was, like, just getting more and more frustrated, like, the fact that she went through all my shit. She went through fucking like, envelopes and, like, every fucking thing. And I realized, like, I had a certain way, like, you know when you put a card back in an envelope, somebody gives you a birthday card, whatever, and you put it back into the envelope, like, you normally put it in, like, the folded side is towards the top, you know, you don't really put it back in where it's, like, open to the top, if that makes sense. All of them were like that, so it was, like, almost done on purpose. Like, I realized how tedious I got with everything just to see if it had been touched or not. Like, just a lot of shit was, like, a lot of emotions were fucking hitting me, because I was feeling disgust, embarrassed, ashamed, sad, angry, hurt, confused, like, you name it, like, the whole gamut, you know. Put it like this, I'm gonna have a lot of emotional literacy to do tonight, you know what I mean? Sorry, I'm, like, you know, I'm honestly trying to keep it together, you know what I mean? I'm fucking so angry, man, and so fucking hurt. Like, the fucking betrayal, man, like, the fucking betrayal, like, and for that motherfucker to look at me in the face and be able, like, I wouldn't be able to look at somebody in the face if I had done that shit to them. I wouldn't be able to look at them. There's no way I can make eye contact with you if I just fucking completely ruined your life and act like I didn't. Like, it's so fucking heartless, so soulless, man. Anyways, so I was, like, packing up my shit or whatever, and she started her fucking narrative, started her bullshit, and I was just fucking like, just pack your shit and get the fuck out of here, just pack your shit and get the fuck out of here, just pack your shit and get the fuck out of here. And see, what she doesn't know is there's a lot of paperwork that I need in there for the appeal and for the divorce. Proof of it, like she said a bunch of shit on the declaration for the delusion of the marriage that is not true, and I have proof it's not true, and I needed that proof. So I contacted her today and I said, listen, I need to get those papers because I need to get a job and I made up some bullshit. And I said, plus I need my tools in case, I'm doing side work with what I have now, but I'm going to need like my specialty tools at some point. So I'd rather just get what I can. And I'll keep it in the room. I'll figure it out, whatever. Anyway, she took it as an opportunity, obviously. Like, she thought I was, like, trying to hoover back in. Like, I was going to fucking try to make a move or some bullshit. And I was like, just fucking stick to the point. It's all business. Get it done, get out of here. And not to say, to be completely honest with you, not to say that thought did not cross my mind a couple of times, because it did. It definitely did. But a lot of things that people have said on here really fucking helped me in that moment, because I was like, the cognitive dissonance was fucking kicking in, man. I was like, well, like I can fucking, do this and whatever. And, the whole thing, like the one last time, that whole shit. But I was like, just fucking remember the videos of what a piece of shit she was to you. Do you really want to fucking turn back now? No, you don't. And I just fucking, grinned and bared it and fucking, it's whatever. So she kept going and she kept going. And I was like, man, dude, just fucking knock it off, like you already fucking got your fucking way, man. Like, just stop. Like, what the fuck? Why do you gotta keep it going? Just, you already got your fucking way, man. And she was like, what do you mean I got my way? This isn't what I wanted. And I was like, oh, I fucking could not take it, dude. When she said that, I could not take it. I was like, you are a fucking liar, dude. You're a fucking liar. You are a fucking motherfucker, man. Like, and of course, I fucking lost my cool. And I was like, I can't fucking believe you, man. I cannot fucking believe you that you could sit there and say the shit that you say. And I go, you know what? You're a fucking narcissist. So what the fuck difference does it make, right? You ain't listening to shit I'm saying right now anyway. And she was like, and then finally, after like 10 minutes of me fucking just like, you're a fucking narcissist, blah, 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 blah. But what do you expect? You're a narcissist, you're fucking, yeah, of course you're going to blame shift, you fucking narcissist. Like, I was going, like, everything, I was leading back to there. And she goes, okay, fine, so we've established that I'm a narcissist, now what? Oh. I go, well, now what? Now I can finally move on, you fucking narcissist. And then finally, it's like she caught herself, like she had lost it, me doing that. And then she caught herself. She's like, I'm not a fucking narcissist. You're the narcissist. And then she's like, you're a fucking psychopath. The fucking, her little fucking, shifting. Gotta shift it. Deny, deflect, shift. Deny, deflect, defense, shift. Right? That's their way of doing it. Deny, deflect, defense, shift. That's what they do every time with everything. Anyway, so we're fucking going off whatever, and I'm like grabbing like pictures that my daughters have fucking drawn me and like, whatever, right? And I'm fucking like holding it all fucking back, man. I was like, fuck, dude, like, it's just fucking like, this is ridiculous. Like, the reality of like that I got fucking shoved out of my own fucking home, like, what the fuck, man? Anyways, and you know what? I gotta take responsibility, man. I fucking allowed that shit to fucking happen because I didn't do anything about it, like a fucking idiot. Anyways, that'll never happen again. But she was like, so what do you want to do? I said, listen, I want you to get the fuck out of my life. Leave me the fuck alone. Let me fucking heal. And whatever fucking amount of days that I have left on this earth, whether it be 1 or 1,000, or they come up with something in science and I have 1,000,000 days left, whatever they are, I don't want you in them. And I just want to heal and feel better and enjoy whatever amount of days I have left in my life. And I will never be able to do it with you in it. And she just looked like, like it had sunk, like the reality of it, of what I said, it was like, oh shit, like, oh shit, like I pushed this too far, like you could see the fact that she realized she lost that grade A supply, you could see the fucking wind come out of her sails at that moment, because before that she was doing her fucking hottie-toddy bullshit. And then she kind of started well, why is it like this? Well, what about you? The whole thing. I go, listen, man, I don't even want to fucking talk to you about this. It doesn't even fucking matter. I go, listen, the only reason you're even saying anything, the only reason that you're showing any fucking interest whatsoever is so you could feel better about yourself. I go, it doesn't have shit to do with me. I go, you don't even fucking know I even exist. I go, I could fucking, be anybody on the face of this earth, and I have got the same clout that the motherfucker that you just met at the liquor store has, and I've been with you for 25 fucking years, and I've got the same clout as the guy at the liquor store. In fact, the guy at the liquor store probably has more, because you don't want him to know that you're a fucking piece of shit, and you already know that I know you're a piece of shit, so you don't care that I know that you're a piece of shit, but you care whether he knows if you're a piece of shit or not. I said, so listen, go be a piece of shit somewhere else, okay? Just leave me the fuck alone, man. Just leave me alone. Don't bother me. Don't fucking... The answer is a fucking hard no about everything, every time, so just fucking leave me alone. And it was just like my anger and my frustration and, all the emotions just basically did the talking for me, right? And then, when I got out in the driveway, and I closed the garage down, and I fucking just sat in the car, and I was like, man, dude, holy fuck. Like, this is fucking, like, this, like, in a weird sort of way, like, it didn't feel real before this. Something about it didn't feel real, but it's definitely real now. And I'm okay with that. I'm a strong motherfucker, man. I am a strong motherfucker. I talked myself into being weak for her, for my kids, because I wanted to, because I wanted to be the family man. I wanted to, that's what I wanted. My parents were fucking pieces of shit. And I wanted to be the best I could for my daughters. And I realized, when your other half isn't there, not to blame her, because I made my own decisions. I won't blame her for that. But I fucking let myself get wrapped up in the bullshit and let my focus slide. And she took all the energy. She took all the focus. She took all the attention. She took everything from me. The only thing that she didn't get from me was my last breath. Thank God. So everything else I can rebuild. As long as she didn't get my last breath, everything else I can rebuild, right? That's my outlook on it right now. I'm holding it back right now because I'm pretty fucking upset. And like I said, not because of her, not because of her. I'm upset because my whole life, because I'm upset because I trusted somebody with my stability. I trusted somebody with my future. I didn't realize how much of my future she had control over. And she fucking showed me how much I did not have control over it. How much control she really had. And it fucking upsets me and it angers me that I allowed somebody to control my future like that. But that won't happen again. It doesn't mean I'm never going to love again. It doesn't mean that I'm not mad at love, I didn't do anything wrong. I mean, I made mistakes, but I didn't do anything wrong by putting both feet forward and being vulnerable and confiding in her and loving her and trying to trust her and respect her, or trusting her and respecting her. And then, she lost that from me, obviously. But I wasn't wrong for doing that. It's natural and it's normal. It's human nature to do that. You want to be, you want that connection. But when you learn that you never had that connection, you thought you did, what you knew of a connection was there, but it's not real. It never was real. Like, she is not real. She's not a real person. There's nothing real. There's nothing authentic there. There's nothing genuine. Like, somebody who chooses to lie and manipulate and live their life by that standard is not real. Everybody tells a white lie here and there. Somebody even tells lies that are fucking, bigger than white lies. It's a little white lie. No, when you hurt somebody, it's bigger than a little white lie. And I've done that before. I've manipulated people before. I mean, I'm not proud of admitting that, but I could be honest with myself and say, I've done some mischievous things, especially in my drug use days, for sure. Because the drug owned you. You decided when to come and go, or the drug decided when you come and go. I mean, and that's what narcissism is. It's a drug. It is a drug. You get high on that drug. You get adrenalized. You go through withdrawals when you don't have that chaos. It's hard. I think the hardest part about the trauma bond and like narcissism, getting over narcissistic abuse, is normalcy, being normal, being able to function normally in society, being able to like go through a day without that chaos. I think that's why people go off the Richter when they fucking get out of a narcissistically abusive relationship, because they cannot contain themselves. They need that chaos. They crave it because you're so used to living in it. It's so hard to live in a world and in a way that you're not walking on eggshells, that you're not second guessing everybody, that you're not fucking wondering, how genuine somebody is or how legit what they're saying is. Because that wasn't just with her. I fucking took that around to everybody in my entire life. That was, my confidence was so busted. My sixth sense, my gut, my intuition was so fucking skewed that either it wasn't communicating with my brain or it was just completely off. Either way, I had no control, and I think that's a hard thing to realize, is you now have control over your own life. And so sometimes, man, that's scary. When you relinquished your control willingly, like, what do you gotta, like, that's a huge rebuilding process, to say the least. That you've got to get back to a point where you have control over yourself and control over your own agency and your own thoughts. You let somebody control your thoughts. You let somebody control your movements. You let somebody control everything about you. And the anxiety that comes along with that is fucking intense. And the pain that comes along with that is intense. And when you don't have that, it's I hate to say it, it's boring. It's fucking boring. So people tend to go off and do crazy shit, because everybody's been through a breakup that's not narcissistically charged. You go through a normal breakup, you do your fucking like, oh, I'm free, like fucking the whole nine. But when you break up, when you get discarded or discard, either way, from a narcissistically abusive relationship, it is fucking totally different, because you are literally trying to find yourself. You are literally trying to figure out what you're about. And without the chaos and without the drama and without all the shit. And then you feel fucking like out of place. Like I feel out of place half the time. Like, you know, like, why am I fucking craving that? You know, why am I craving chaos? But I am, you know, like today, like when that happened, I was like, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. But I could not fucking stop myself. And I think that's why the fucking Hoover is so successful. And that's why the bullshit's so successful. Because you bought into that too. And there's an adrenaline rush with it. And there's the chaos. And trying to get somebody, you know, you're like, God, I just want you to fucking get this, you know? I just want you to get this. Like, how can you not understand what you're doing? Because as a normal person, you know when you're fucking with somebody. You know when you're not doing the right thing. You know when you're fucking, you know, fucked up. But they don't. They don't know. Like, I believe they know that they're fucked up. But they don't know because in their delusional mind, what they are saying is the truth. Even though it's not the truth in reality, in everybody else's reality, or reality as we all know it anyway. What we all collectively agree is reality. How's that? They don't live inside those parameters, but the parameters that they live in, their reality, is actual reality to them. And they don't understand that the rest of the world is not inside that bubble with them. Because they need people to believe that they're in that they need to believe that people are inside that bubble too, because they are believing them. And if they're believing them, then their false self is staying up, right? Then they've got everything under control. So they have to feel like the rest of the world is in that bubble too, even though I think in the back of their mind they know that they're not, but they don't reflect that far down. They just reflect like, okay, this reality is holding itself up, so everybody must be in it. And when you don't agree with their reality, you're a fucking liar. But they really truly believe that you're a fucking liar. Because you're not agreeing with what they see as reality, which is the only reality that they see. They don't see actual reality. They only see their reality. Where you are all good or all bad. And the day that you became all bad, you're all bad, and that's the fucking end of it. And I've got to fucking stomp you out. I am doing the rest of society a favor. I'm doing the rest of reality a favor by stomping you out because you're bad. It's so mechanical, though. Like, there's no, like, true emotion behind it. It's just a mechanical, oh, Kevin all bad today. So, you know, Kevin can't be all good. Kevin can't do anything good because Kevin all bad. I mean, you know, and then at the very end, so I leave and I say, you know what, just leave me alone. Let me live my life. Da, 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 da. I get in the car and I'm starting it up. I'm getting ready to leave. And she texts me, why do you have to be so unbelievably vicious? I'm like, are you fucking kidding me, dude? Are you fucking kidding me? Like, you just had to throw that last little fucking thing in there, you know? I didn't respond. Fuck you. You know, I didn't even say fuck you. I just didn't respond. But anyways, that was my day. Sorry. Long video today. I apologize. But anyway, I hope everybody had a great day. Great night wherever you are. Great day, great night, great life. You know, I thank you guys all again, man. You guys are fucking way helping me out, dude. Keep the advice coming. I may not agree with it all, you know, but I'll read everything. And I appreciate everybody just throwing your 2 cents in. Because you know what? Even though I may not agree with it, doesn't mean somebody else wouldn't get something valuable from it. So, and I can tell from the comments that people are helping people out. I'm helping people out. People are helping me out. It's a fucking beautiful thing, and I love it, and I appreciate the support, and I hope everybody else appreciates the support that is getting it as well. You know, I gave in today, and I fucking lost my shit, but at the same time, I think I had to get that out. If I didn't get that out, I probably would have fucking drove myself nuts. So anyways, I love you guys. I appreciate you all. And I'll see you tomorrow.